and welcome to Saturday Morning Movie Club with your hosts Kara White and Adam White, and our special guest Jessy Leigh, who is a director of what kind of movies do you direct?
I try to stick to comedies mostly, like dramedy comedies. Yeah. I've done some like more heavy stuff, one and a music video, but those aren't really like my
that's not
genre. So yeah, music video is fun, but yeah.
What are you working on now?
Currently editing a short film that Adam actually DP'd on. So just working on cutting that together. We finished shooting like a couple weeks ago, and I do have like a feature version of it as well. And then in between editing, I've been trying to finish another feature script, an animated script called Flightless Anonymous.
Oh, cool. And then what's your short about?
The short is about a woman who works at a fish store, and she meets this orphan child pirate, or that's what she claims to be, and they kind of go on a little adventure together, but it's mostly about like dealing with grief, connection, and just just not losing that sense of like childlike play when you're feeling down, just getting out of the depths of it.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
Yeah. Getting out of being an adult.
Yes.
To sort of recalibrate yourself.
Yes.
Yeah. At least that's what I got it when I was.
No.
What are your plans for it?
Hopefully it'll be in festivals, and then hopefully it'll lead to the feature version, which that's kind of the goal. Of course, the feature dives in a lot deeper into both characters, and it's the short is kind of like a very condensed version of the feature, essentially. But there's a lot more that I want to get into with the feature, and
with the characters and stuff.
So that's like hopefully the goal, or even if it leads to just any other project. Like I've got a couple of feature scripts that I would love to just get some eyes on, or I know someone to just want to make them, whether it's me directing it or not. I just want to like have the stuff I write.
Well, that's
to,
a true storyteller at heart. It's like just want to be.
How do I get it out?
And like how can I tell my story to people?
Yeah, which direction did you have to go with it? Now we're talking about that instead of it.
No, this is good.
Which direction did you have to go? Did you have just the feature and now have to do the gymnastics of trying to compress this into 10 minutes, or did you have a 10 or 15 minute movie, but you knew there was a bigger world around it?
Yeah, so it's interesting because the pirate short started off as a different short with the orphan child pirate, but that was like the main focus, and it was called Sparrow. And then after my dad passed away, I started writing a feature version, and I kind of decided to incorporate that part of the short into it. And then I wrote the feature, and then I went back and I was like, well, it feels impossible to get a feature made. So how do I rework this as a short now? So it was kind of weird. It was like a short
feature short.
Yeah. And it was just like an element from the short that became a big part of the feature that then became the short again. So it's the first original short is like very different outside of like the child pirate, but so it was short feature short essentially.
We'll see where you're at after a year. After you've made it and it's gone in festivals, and you see how it plays to them, how it plays to you. It's all going to be about the fish in the tank. Forget the
right.
It's just, now it's a weird Art Nouveau of like
it's animated
Finding
now.
Nemo.
Moved to France and made it there.
We have a lot of B-roll of fish in the tank. So.
And look, we can make a whole thing out of that. So
that's awesome.
It makes itself.
So getting on to the point of the show is it's about watching movies and loving movies, which clearly we all do. And the categories for the week, we always have 3. Well, that's the new show theme. I decided that's what we're going to do right now. And our first category is monster movie.
Yeah.
So what'd you watch?
Zombieland.
Nice.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm like a little squeamish with like horror films, so I have to kind of find the stuff that play, the kind of non-serious versions of them a little bit. So
Yeah.
That's not completely unsqueamish.
Well,
No.
it's not, and I remembered that after I rewatched it. So there were times like, it's actually pretty gory and pretty intense.
Yeah.
But and I hadn't seen it in forever, but it was definitely fun to rewatch it. And I was like, oh wow, yeah. I was like looking away. I was like, okay, her ankle's broken, bones sticking out. Okay, cool.
Yeah. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Yeah.
I do really like that movie. And it's one of those that, like, when it came out, I really wanted to, like, love it. Where I'm like, oh, I'm going to love this because I really...
Yeah, I wanted it generationally great. But
Yeah. It's... Because I love zombie movies. That's, like, one of my favorites. And I know it gets overdone, but, like...
Yeah.
I do enjoy them. I'm going to... Slow zombies or fast zombies?
Like what?
Which do you like?
What would you like?
Slow lumbering zombies
what's
or
scarier?
like the sprinters?
Yeah.
I think the sprinters are scarier because they seem harder to get away from. But the slow
you don't
ones
have
look
time
creepy
to do a
though.
scene now.
Right, yeah.
So you do it the slow ones.
Yeah.
Like, they're coming here. So anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
Go. We got 5 minutes.
I think I like the slow ones are scarier to me.
Yeah.
They always
They're
have
creepy.
been. I think it's because you just have more time to deal with it. It's like when you see a spider and you're like, okay. Like, how do I deal with it? And then it just keeps getting closer and you're like, crap. But I do like that they're more manageable. And I think a little bit of that fear has been taken away by just watching The Walking Dead a lot. Because like now it's just like, it's just something we have to deal with, which I think is the criticism of the show for me watching it.
Yeah.
It allows too much time for humans to argue with each other, which is my criticism of the show.
Yeah.
But I mean, like realistically, you would learn to deal with it, where you would
Yeah.
just be like, okay, like now it's like weeding the garden, I guess.
Yeah. Right.
I'm sure their argument would be, well, how can we have 9 seasons? Well, you don't.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Stop.
Is it still actually on? Or no?
There's
Versions of it.
Yeah.
I think there's versions.
Okay. Yeah.
They've figured out ways to make versions of it in different countries now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So same new characters doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's like old characters that like there's like one old character so you can continue. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't keep up on it. But anyways.
Don't tell us about it, Internet.
Yeah.
I mean, I held on to it for a long time.
I think after what's his name?
After Negan.
Negan did all the craziness. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where do you go
Kinda-
from
That was
there?
an
Yeah, I kind of
one.
like faded away.
The guy
after
with the
that.
bat.
Yeah.
I still think that's like one of the best episodes ever.
Yeah. Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you know what we're talking about, then you know what we're talking
Yeah.
about.
You know.
Yeah.
But anyway, Zombieland. Yeah, when I think when that came out, I just was like, oh, I really want to love this.
Yeah.
And then I saw it and I was like, it was fine. It just wasn't as fun as I wanted it to be because that came because I love Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah.
And I was hoping that it was similar to that.
Yeah.
Which it is, but it just doesn't have the same.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Dynamite cast, too. And it's
I know.
Oh yeah.
And I guess it's the director and the writers.
Yeah.
But yeah, it left wanting. after
Yeah.
seeing
Yeah,
that.
I think
At least for me.
Well,
Yeah.
after rewatching it, I remembered when it came out, like loving it, and then after rewatching it, I was like, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, there was those moments that I like remembered, that I still like really love, but then overall, I was like, oh yeah, that's like not how I like as like exciting or as funny or as like
Is it-
fun as I remember it.
In loving it.
Yeah.
When you saw it when it came out, you loved it for its genre-ness, or that it was a comedy with this sort of zombie edge, or what was the love that you liked?
Yeah, I think when it came out too, I was kind of probably like the same age as Emma Stone in that, and maybe Jesse Eisenberg. So I felt like, oh, cool. Like I really liked both of them, especially Emma Stone. And then
I love her.
she's so good. And I actually have the shirt that she was wearing in that, which I realized maybe that's why I loved it. No, but
like it's just like me.
yeah, but I don't know. I think I remember being like, oh, I've never actually, and maybe it's just because I didn't watch a bunch of zombie movies because I was like too scared to, and I was like, oh, I feel like I can like handle this a little bit better. And then I thought there was like some really funny, I thought there was like some smart moments that I really liked, and then the whole thing with like, I was like, this whole one character. I mean, obviously he's on rewatch, I remember thinking Woody Harrelson's character, I was like, all I remember is that he's just after a Twinkie the whole time.
Yeah.
But then, of course, on rewatch,
Right.
I was like, oh, wow, he actually, like, is dealing with this, like,
Right.
huge loss, which
Right,
I
with
did
trauma.
not remember at all.
Yeah.
And I, like, rewatch, I was like, this is, like, this moment is actually making me cry right now.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't remember crying the first time I saw it, but
Yeah.
I remember that, and then, like, just, like, I remember, of course, the Bill Murray cameo, but I don't know, I just thought it was, like...
I couldn't remember if that was a sequel or not, but
Yeah, and I don't know, I just thought that, like, and it's very Jesse Eisenberg, but his character, and just, like, the fun elements they did, too, with, like, the graphics of the, like,
Yeah.
rules and all this
Right.
stuff,
Yeah.
and, yeah, I remember all that stuff, like, I just thought it was, like, a fun, and I was
Oh,
like,
it's
oh,
super
zombies
fun,
that I
yeah.
can, like, handle.
Yeah.
That don't make me, like, scared to go to bed and,
Yeah.
like, check every
Yeah.
door and window.
I mean, I think the thing, like, I really like that all the characters were just named after where they're
Yes,
from.
yeah.
Which the sisters were...
It was
Tallahassee and-
Wichita. Oh,
Yeah.
Columbus, Wichita,
right.
Tallahassee, and I actually don't remember the
'Cause the sisters-
Abigail Breslin's character.
Yeah.
They had a,
When have they been from the same city?
I would think so.
Yeah. I can't remember.
Yeah,
that
actually, I
part. Yeah.
don't even remember that part.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, Tallahassee, Columbus, and Wichita. Was,
Yeah, and I think
Yeah.
the biggest rub with that one was I was like, why would you go to an amusement park? That seems like the
A trap.
dumbest
Yeah.
idea
yeah,
ever.
yeah.
Which clearly it is because they get there and like...
And also, they were like smart characters, so it actually didn't make any
Yeah.
sense.
No,
at
I mean,
all.
yeah.
And I know they're like the reason that they gave is like she's trying to give her like something to be a
Right.
kid.
Yeah.
But
I was like, can you come up with something else that seems
Right.
Doesn't have a whole bunch of bright lights.
Right.
and
The
noise
and
and how do you turn the things on?
Yeah,
how do you
right.
even ride the ride?
yeah, I was like,
It's
oh, it's still
Eyes of
functioning.
power.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point too.
I'm sure there's
Yeah.
some line that they toss off to...
Lord knows.
Who cares?
Who cares?
How do we get everything on?
Yeah.
I think we're overthinking it. Well, that's what I'm always like. I always get into that, like, when we watch something, I'm like, wait, how did, like, this
Yeah.
doesn't make any logical sense, but, like, you're supposed to just be, like, just going along for the ride.
Yeah.
Like, don't worry about, like, how anything's working
Mm-hmm.
or, like, that it doesn't make any sense. Just
Yeah.
have fun. Just watch the thing and have fun.
I feel like I get stuck in those traps when I'm writing. Like I'm constantly
Yes.
thinking about,
Oh,
and then
yeah.
I just like don't get. I'm like, well, I've been literally trying to figure this thing out that probably no one is going to even think
Progress
about
has
for
been
like,
halted.
yeah, for like an
Yeah.
entire day. I'm like,
I was like, how do they?
Yeah.
Wait. I was like, this doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
One second.
Am I okay?
Yeah, I just...
No.
That was it. I didn't want
Oh.
touching this because then you'd hear it just banging going pop, pop, pop.
I was like, did you sense in the force that
Maybe.
my mic wasn't
Doing
wasn't
audio
rubber?
without headsets on.
He's like, it feels like your
I
microphone.
feel there, perfect.
that's a skill set.
When the apocalypse comes, nobody will care. Oh, you can do good audio, huh? Dig a ditch. Dig a latrine.
We don't have electricity anymore. Back to our original point.
Ears.
Well, you can tell if I'm peaking.
Right.
Too loud. Sorry.
Is that the polite way to tell somebody to be quiet?
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
peaking a bit.
I actually am gonna use that from now on. 'Cause I think that's pretty good. And they're like, "What?" I'm like,
You're peaking audio.
"You can just please
Just
keep it down."
Your Marlo back there going.
Yep. For our listeners, Marlo is our sound guy that we work with. And he probably hates the sound on the show.
Yeah.
He's sort of like, oh, this is terrible.
Seeing all this mishmash. So I'm a DP.
Yeah.
So,
Marlo.
we picked, well, we didn't pick. It just kind of fell into our laps for monster movie category.
Yeah.
And I was like, this counts. Because I have a lot of notes, but it's the new Jurassic World, which is
Yeah.
Dominion?
Doesn't
no.
matter.
the most recent one,
The
right?
2025
The
Jurassic thing.
Rebirth,
Johansson.
I think.
Oh, Rebirth.
Which
Yes,
I
it
have
is
not seen
Rebirth.
that one yet.
With
Reloaded.
Scarlett
Reloaded.
Johansson.
Yeah.
See, that's how much I cared. I can't remember what it is.
You're a
Yeah.
huge Jurassic fan.
Yeah.
I'm a Jurassic Park fan.
Yes.
Right.
Very big Jurassic Park fan.
There's a difference.
And this is like, I feel like, I don't feel like most people agree with me on this, and I'm okay with that. But I think I have seen up to Dominion, and that like really destroyed me a bit because I really only went to see it because I was like, okay, well, Sam Neill's in it, Laura Dern's in it, Jeff Goldblum, and then I was like, okay, I have to pretend like these characters did not exist in this world and go back to the Jurassic Park world
because it was just that memory.
Yeah, because that movie was so bad, and that it was just like
they're terrible.
But I will say, out of all, so I haven't seen the new one yet. So we have Jurassic Park, Lost World, Jurassic Park 3, and then we have the other Jurassic Worlds. My Jurassic Park, of course, stands alone. It is like it's just perfect in my eyes, and it really makes me mad when people say, "Oh, Jurassic World's so good." I'm like, "Oh, have you seen Jurassic Park?" No, I haven't seen the original. And I'm like, "Well, then this conversation's over." But I think Lost World is it's not even like it's good, but out of all the other movies, it is like the second best one. That's like the only other one that I will actually rewatch usually. If I feel like I want another one. And it's not even good, but it feels like the most in the world.
It feels like cutscenes from the first one. We have all this extra. Just put it in another one and we'll make $300 million.
I agree with that.
But it feels like the most like in the same playing realm.
Yeah.
But even then, it's like, it's not good.
I think it's the curating and block and design of the scenes is what still feels like in the same DNA.
Yeah. Because it was Steven Spielberg who directed that one too.
Correct.
I don't think he did touch the other ones.
I can't remember if Crichton was involved at that point.
Like writing it.
But and they came out with it sort of wham bam, so it's still within the same time that was released. And Jeff Goldblum doesn't look. He still looks chesty.
Right. And he's suddenly so suave because the dinosaurs changed.
Yes. Back to the one that we just watched.
Right. Well, I would also say that I like Lost World, but not when they get back to San Francisco.
Yes, it ends before. Yes, I agree with you on that.
But it also does not feel like Jurassic Park because they're just kind of basically just running through the jungle with dinosaurs.
That's true.
But I don't mind. I will watch if that's on. We do put that on. Yeah. But still notes.
Right.
Or like as Drew Fensky says, our last guest is like, if you want to watch Jurassic Park, just watch Jurassic Park.
I know.
Don't watch any of the other ones.
Yeah.
And I get it, and like everybody loves the first one, so you want more. But like they're just not getting it.
And they're completely different movies. Like they're not even, they're trying to recreate the same thing, but they're doing the same thing badly over and over again. Yeah. And it becomes like this insane dinosaur movie.
Right.
Which Jurassic Park is of course a dinosaur movie, but it's not like a fighting dinosaur monster.
It's an allegory for man and science and like going too far.
Exactly.
The last one,
the rest of them are just like, here's a monster.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay.
Exactly.
The last one that just came out, which has such a bad title, I can't ever remember it, that it commented on itself. I don't know if it was even inadvertent because this doesn't give it away that
we're not spoiling anything.
Yeah, it's like it's in the first scene of the movie that they are doing DNA hybrids, cross pollinating the dinosaurs and making a new one, and they even say it in the film. The reason we did that was at the parks or worldwide because it's supposed to take place 7 years or something after Pratt and all that.
Okay.
That people don't care about dinosaurs anymore, so they have to up the ante to make new monsters, and that's precisely what this movie is a ridiculous monster of a movie.
Well, that's why it's
they won't trust the
audience,
the thing that we love.
Right. Yeah. I would not. I mean, I would not categorize any of the other Jurassic Parks as a monster movie, and even the sequels. Maybe you could kind of, but not really. This one I'm saying is a monster movie because it's not a real dinosaur. They created a monster that... Because Adam's like, well, it could be like Godzilla. Like, who cares?
Yeah, make a
Godzilla
not a real
movie.
One.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which it was directed by Gareth Edwards.
It was just...
Yeah, there was real people that were in it. The same screenwriter from the first Jurassic Park wrote this thing.
Mm-hmm. And from the original Jurassic Park?
And it's just... It's top to bottom. They're not credits, they're blames. Everybody, I know, there's real actors that are in this that have made good work in the past.
Right.
Just what are we watching,
I
people?
know.
Right.
That's actually, so you said, so they're doing like hybrids in this, but I feel like that's, Jurassic Worlds, they've been like, everyone has this like new,
true.
Bigger,
That's
brighter,
true, that's
better.
true.
And I'm like, that's why I'm just like, are they just literally doing the same? I'm like, none of these
Yeah.
are different. Like, they're
Yeah.
all this exact
Same
same.
thing
They wait
again.
like 6
Just with
years and
different
think
characters.
everybody's going to forget, and then
Yeah.
you go and give them $800 million. And it's the,
Yeah.
I think, I can't remember if it's the first Jurassic to not make $1 billion.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, well, it's not very good.
Yeah.
But, I mean, the reason I want to watch them is because I want to see the fake dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, what dinosaurs do you have?
I
Like,
know.
The one, like, so Staggy is my favorite.
Which one?
Staggy.
The Stegosaurus.
Stego-
Oh, Steggy.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
It's a Lost World.
Yeah.
Lost World had it, and then
Yeah.
one of the Jurassic Worlds had, because they
Oh.
had him tied to a thing, and he pulls his tooth out, and I, like, freaked out. Adam's like, are you upset about the fake thing? And I'm like, I am upset about the fake thing.
It has feelings.
Yeah, I'm like,
The CGI thing has feelings.
but, like, that's what I want. Like, I don't care about.
Yeah.
I mean, the first one is amazing, and it's does what it does. It's,
Yeah.
And I'll watch that one over and over and over again. And it's one of those that, like, I don't remember what point I figured this out, but it wasn't until fairly recently that I actually was paying attention to structure. And, like, I was like, oh my god, this movie's so good at teasing the raptor the entire time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Don't
yeah.
see it until the end.
Yeah.
And I was like, I never put that together. That I was like,
Yeah.
that's the big reveal at the end. And
Yeah.
I was like,
And it's like
so well done.
15 minutes of on-screen dinosaurs in that entire movie.
Yeah.
And you feel the dinosaurs' presence the entire time because it's like suspenseful. And they're,
Yeah.
like you said, like they're teasing dinosaurs, they're talking about it. Like
Like, it's this looming, scary thing
Yeah.
that's hanging. And
Yeah.
you're like, oh, when does
You know, like
Yeah.
Jaws.
Right,
Right.
exactly. Yep.
Well, I mean, that's what I love about horror movies. And, like, what I love, like, Alfred Hitchcock. And,
Yeah.
like, where there's just this, like, looming presence. And, like, you don't always get to see it. Like, you're like,
Yeah.
oh, like, what's the horrible thing that's happening behind
Yeah.
the door? Like,
Yeah.
oh, you don't get to know.
Always.
You just get to imagine
Which
what
is
the horrible thing
scary
is.
because you can imagine scary stuff.
You can imagine probably scarier than they would come up with.
Yeah.
So, like,
I remember when Jurassic Park came out, like everybody was, ooh, that everybody was enamored with it, but then there was like conversation, like it takes so long to get to the dinosaurs, and then some of the other ones, they're like, you know, we made this new one, and these things happen faster and quicker because a lot of kids, you know, they wanted to see the dinosaurs quicker. Like, they're going to come anyway.
Right.
The kids are going to come, so
Right.
maybe not structure your filmmaking model off what kids say and just make a good movie, because they're going to come see dinosaurs anyway. So now you've just made a big bag of shit because kids wrote your script.
right.
Just
That's a good
be adult filmmakers. They're going to come anyway and
Yeah.
see Steggy and see
Yeah.
what you have. And they've never, I don't think they've had a strong enough director to go, since the
Calm
first
down,
two, to
yeah.
go, this is better. Everyone cool yourselves. We're
Yeah.
going to, we'll make a good movie, and kids will then appreciate story structure.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think, no, you're right though. I feel like, I mean, I saw Jurassic Park as a kid and I immediately fell in love with it. And I love dinosaurs, but the movie itself, I remember being like, this is really cool. Like,
Yeah.
good. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Nobody
It's
nobody
got-
is a kid.
yeah.
I mean, somebody is a kid, but nobody. If they saw all of them, nobody can go, oh yeah, I really fell in love with Jurassic Park 3.
Right.
No, you didn't.
Yeah.
No one did. Are you kidding me?
Right.
I don't remember what Jurassic Park 3 was.
That's Sam Neill running around with.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Raptors
Tia Leone?
And it,
Oh,
again,
yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah.
all of the other ones strip mined the original book, because
Right.
the third one has the kids on the beach, or is that the second one?
No, the
See?
second one has
Yeah.
the
The
little
kids on the
compies
beach.
on
The last
Yeah.
one has the river sequence when the
Oh,
T-Rex.
right, yeah.
But you're like,
They keep
Yeah.
going back
That's
to the
all right.
original.
Well,
Like,
'cause
oh,
you-
we can
Yeah.
put it in here. It's like,
yeah,
does it fit in the story?
right.
And, well, nothing fits in the story of this
No,
last one, but
it's-
that one didn't either.
I don't want to keep talking about
Try
this crappy
again,
movie,
Universal.
but like,
Actually, don't.
oof. Okay. So, talking about seeing the dinosaurs immediately. Like, I have a couple, but like, there's a very long portion in the beginning of this movie where there's a lot of just talking. Like Scarlett Johansson, like assembling her team.
Yeah.
She's like a missionary. I'm like,
She's a missionary.
not a missionry, a
Mercenary.
mercenary. Very different thing.
Oh, it's our new title, Missionary Mercenary. Writes itself.
That goes in our black exploitation film ideas. Ooh,
Or Mercenary Missionary.
Missionary.
That's the sequel. You just turn the poster upside down.
That's funny. And then mercenary missionary again.
More missionary.
Yeah, more.
For more mercenary
go.
missions.
Google that. Where's your phone?
No. What did I say? Okay, so she's a mercenary, and she's hiring her team. So, like, that goes on for a really long time. And there's very clunky scenes where, like, they're trying to build the characters.
Backstory.
And you're
They're
like,
just not doing it.
yeah, you're like, like, even when it was over, Adam's like, that was really weird. And I was
the
like,
scene was over. Like,
Yeah.
the scene was over. Yeah, you were like, what the hell is this scene? And I was like, I felt the same way. Like, you're just watching it like, what the hell is happening in this? But then, I mean, I will say there are a couple dinosaurs in there that I was really excited about.
Yeah.
Like, I believe it's the Dimetron with the big fin on its back. They
Yeah.
had them swimming around, which I was like,
yeah.
that's pretty cool.
That's cool.
And then, like, they always have a T-Rex.
Is it the same one? Because I feel like
no, it didn't have the scars.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's a
okay.
different one. Because they're on a different island.
Oh, it's different. Okay.
Well, which makes sense scientifically. So the bit is like, because after the last one, like all the dinosaurs are everywhere.
Yeah.
And now they're like, oh, like they're dying. Like, because that's the opening is like, there's like a.
Worldwide, they're
there's
dying.
a sauropod on the street in New York, and it's just dying. They're dying because they can't survive in the world.
It's too cold and there's not enough
I know,
oxygen.
it's a
That's
sad
really
fake
sad.
thing dying.
I love
I don't like-
sauropods.
I do.
I
I
wanna
do.
see 'em
They're my
die.
favorite, or my second favorite next to Steggy. But so like that's the bit, and they're like, oh, they've all migrated to the equator. So like that's where they're all living now is in the equator area because they're like it's warmer, there's more oxygen, which you know they had a ton.
Yeah.
Like that's why they were so giant because
Yep.
they had so much oxygen. But like so like I was like okay that tracks, but so I don't even know if like they were on a research island down there.
Okay.
So I think it's
Doesn't
a
matter.
different one. Doesn't
Yeah.
None of this matters.
It's crazy
also
how
bad.
many islands they had.
Yeah.
Nobody knew about it.
Yeah. And then, like, they can contain them. Like,
Yeah.
clearly they can swim across the ocean, I guess, and, like, pterodactyls and stuff, and Toronto. Okay. Anyways, it's pretty bad. And then you're like, not enough. Like, so fine. Like, we're doing monster movie.
Yeah.
You've made this weird mutant thing that you see at the very end. Like, you don't see it ever again. Or before that.
Oh, really? It's
yeah.
literally
right?
just. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's just an end reveal.
Yeah, it's
like,
a big end reveal.
and
You
it's
saw
like
at the
this-
very beginning.
It's not a cool
Yeah.
looking. It's just gross. You're
Yeah.
like,
I saw pictures of it and I was like, what is that?
Yeah.
It's so stupid.
Yeah.
It's not even a good
Big
design.
forehead on it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Forearm.
Yeah, it had 4 arms.
Like,
It had 4 arms?
Yeah.
yeah, like I have like little T-Rex, like normal
Little
arms,
T-Rex
like,
heads and then like bigger ones.
yeah, and it's like, like this
Yeah.
So
is
it's like
This-
not even scary.
No.
It
Just felt like a bunch of
sad.
producers in a
Yeah.
room with a whiteboard going, it
It's
should
like-
have 4 arms.
it's like the thing, like in The Fly, like when they're teleporting, like it's like 2 things got mushed together
Yeah.
really
Oh,
poorly,
yeah.
and it's just this like sad squishy mush.
Kill that thing.
Like that's your monster. But anyway, so like your whole movie, you're like, okay, monster gonna eat people.
Yeah.
They're like pretty much everyone lives, and you're like,
Oh, yeah, I actually
Yeah.
did hear. One of my
Yeah.
friends, he was telling me about. 'Cause
like
he's-
nobody really
No
dies.
stakes.
And he
Yeah.
was like, this movie was so stupid. He's like, there's not even like good dinosaur death scenes. Like, he's like, all the characters survive.
Yeah.
I mean, if this movie had, like, I looked at him, we were watching, I go, if this movie had any guts, they would have let that, because there's a little girl in it for some reason. I was like, they would have let
They
the
need a
T-Rex
kid in
eat the little
peril.
girl, because they had a bit
Oh.
where the T-Rex, I was like, they would have let it.
They need a kid in
No,
peril.
there's-
No. Nobody has guts when they're making this movie.
Like, everyone lived.
It's so
Anyways.
interesting. I don't understand.
Try again. Or don't try again.
Don't
Please
try
stop.
again, please.
Make
Just
it. Here,
A
here's
generation.
here is my request. You make another dinosaur movie.
Yeah.
The end.
Yeah.
Not a Jurassic Park movie.
Yeah. There.
Just
yes.
a dinosaur
But
movie.
Yes.
IP.
In its own world.
We can't have that on the shelf because then I don't make money for the investor.
Well, look, if they want to keep the Jurassic Park thing going, I have a great musical idea. I have it written
I'm
out.
listening.
Jurassic Park, behind the scenes, the musical. All about how they made it. Comedy musical.
Like
Sold.
key grips and puppeteers singing.
Yes. Literally, yes.
Sold.
Yes.
I'm in. I'll watch every frame.
There's all this, like, they have, like, they use, like, fake T-Rex for eyeline. There'll
Right.
be a whole scene where they're holding it up for eyeline dance number.
Like kabuki puppet. type.
Yeah. Animators, like, ran around the lot as the Gallimimuses. That'll
Oh, right,
be a
when they-
whole number. It's
Didn't
all
one of them,
real
like break
stuff.
their leg
Yeah.
or something doing that?
Yes. Look, so I feel like that could be,
I love it.
That's-
I'd watch the crap out of that.
yeah.
Steven?
So if anyone knows anyone who writes music, I would love to talk to you. And Steven, I would love to talk to you as well.
Big idea room.
Yeah.
We're full of ideas. Just tune in and you can have all our ideas. I just want to watch movies. And, you can hire us to do it too.
Yes.
Except the music.
Except for the music.
Yeah.
We don't do that part. So that was our first category. Because I don't want to talk about this crappy movie anymore. I'll talk about dinosaurs all day. But I'm done with talking about this movie that I didn't like. The other one was a strong female lead.
Yeah.
So what did you watch?
I watched Adventures in Babysitting because I'd never seen it before.
I recommended this.
Yes.
I picked it for her.
And it was so good. It was so fun. I really loved it.
How much knowledge of it did you have
Zero.
before?
I had heard the name. I knew it was a movie that existed.
Yeah.
That was it. It was awesome.
Yes. This is... So, I've seen this movie a million times because it's one from my childhood that I just love.
Yeah.
And, they curse in it because in the 80s for PG, you could...
You get one F-bomb.
Say the F
You get
word
one F-bomb
once.
per PG.
Yeah, okay.
And my, parents were like, whatever. But when I quoted it, then I got in trouble. My mom was like, Kara. And I'm like, it's in the movie.
It's
I'm just
art.
quoting a movie.
Yeah.
It's art.
Yes.
I just adore this movie.
Yeah.
What did you like about it?
I loved just how, just first off how it opened with I was like, oh, this is so classic, 80s, singing,
she's
dance,
dancing around to...
and just the...
And then he kissed me.
Yeah.
Yes. And then with of course she goes to go babysitting so she gets out of her, so she's not sitting home depressed, which I was thinking about that. I was like, I feel like when I would babysit, I was like, that would not be my move, but to go babysit if I'm feeling depressed.
This will make it all better.
But, and then when she gets there and just one immediately, the little girl that's obsessed with Thor, she's so cute. And that actress is so good.
Yeah.
And then just the whole thing with her friend and how that's kind of what escalates them going out. And I was like, this is everything that's happening is kind of insane, but it works and it feels in this world. I was like, that actually feels like it would be happening right now, and just how they're working through it and stuff. And I don't know, it was just fun. It felt like it starts and then just goes. And I felt like I was in it from the moment they decided to leave the house, and just the friend that's just getting harassed inside of a phone booth. And she's just she's just at a train stop, and she's like, I should not have run away from home. She's like, you haven't even got anywhere yet.
This isn't even running away.
Yeah. You just went to this train stop.
Yeah. You just need to be picked up from the train station.
But
it is in downtown Chicago in the 80s.
Yeah.
So it is a little nerve-wracking.
It's interesting this film coming at it from two vastly different generational moments. You saw it when you were a kid,
yeah.
and you saw it as a grown-up now, and to be able to come at it and enjoying it thoroughly in different ways.
Yeah.
Did it feel like a dated movie to you?
No, it actually didn't. It didn't feel that way. Of course, there's stuff about it that you're like, okay, this is definitely in the 80s, but just the way that just the movie itself did not feel like I'm watching an old movie. I don't know. It felt it totally worked for me now.
No tired tropes.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was quick. You know, it felt like it was just constantly going, and everything felt, it was funny, silly stuff with the mechanic that's then decides there's a car chasing.
Thor, yeah.
And I was like, wow.
That guy,
the guy that was little fun camp. I was looking at that guy. I was like, is that Vincent D'Onofrio?
Right.
And I immediately Googled, and I was like, oh my god.
We were just
what
discussing
movies is he
him.
not in?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, on the last, I don't know if
player.
we were discussing him on the last podcast we did, and I literally every time I see Vincent D'Onofrio, I don't understand it's him. Think I can never. It's not until the credits, and I'm like,
holy
my
crap!
gosh. Yeah,
because I'm always like, oh, it's familiar, but he just looks different to me every time.
Yeah, he does. I
Now
know.
he's Kingpin.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But he looked good in that.
He
as
did. He
Thor.
was, yeah. I know. That reveal was so funny. I was just like, oh my. I was like, I love that this is a moment that's happening right now. She's sees her hero. It's so cute, and how she it was really sweet. It was really sweet. Yeah, and it was fun. And it was there was goofy stuff at times, of course, the mob, all these things. But I felt like it worked for what it was, and it all, it was super fun.
Yeah, there's so much that I quote from that movie. Every scene you were describing, I'm like, this is the line. When you're she's in the in the bus station. She's like, it's a perfectly good check.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, with the hot dog. She's like, I'll just save this to check and I'll take away from what I owe you. And then you go, I was like, I don't know what this math is.
No, I was like, it's super. I was like, even, like, you're like, what crypt is this? She's like, all right, I don't
She's like,
you.
it's real. He's like, no cash, no wiener.
And I don't have a wiener. And every time we go through Chicago, because I don't have the soundtrack. I don't even know if the soundtrack exists, but I've assembled all the songs.
Oh, nice, yeah.
Into a playlist. So, like, and it's like Ferris Bueller and
Blues Brothers.
Like, so, like, when we drive through Chicago, like, the Chicago playlist. And that's one of the songs from Adventures in Babysitting play on it. But, like, Elizabeth Shue is my, like, I think she's amazing in this. Like, when you talk about
the main,
she's the babysitter.
She was really great.
Yeah.
Really great.
Yeah. I mean, she's great at everything. I do adore her. But, like, as a strong female lead, like, I think that's a good,
good
example.
Sure.
But not one that you always think of. Like, you think of, like, Alien, which we discussed last week, or stuff like that, where, like, somebody's running around, like
kicking ass.
Stuff.
But she's just like, we're getting back. Like, getting this, we're doing that, and then we're going back.
My mom's car. Gotta get her car.
Yeah, and I always think, too, of the end scene when they get
home.
She's like, how fast do your parents drive? And he's like, I don't know, like 50. She goes like, good, we'll go 80. And then she's like running around cleaning up all the macaroni. And I'm like,
say that just about every time we get in the car.
I do. Good, we'll go 80. That like because it's I can blanking on the song. It's like Miles to Go or whatever song's playing when they're. I can't not have that in my head when I'm cleaning really fast. Like, or like always like, can clean the kitchen really fast.
When I was watching it, I was like for a second I thought she was making a mess. Was she making a mess and then clean? Like I got for a sec.
So that happened before they left.
Okay. Because I like forgot that. I was like, what? I was like, is she making it messy? And then she started cleaning it up. I was like, why is she cleaning up the mess she just made? Okay, that makes way more sense. Okay.
Yeah. So it looked like they were there all night.
Yeah.
Not just like bailed. Yeah. Yeah, I love that. I love every moment of that movie. It's
and like the relationship she then has with like the two kids is super cute, and it's like it's really sweet. Yeah. I really liked it a lot.
I remember watching when that came out, decades before, and like, who's into Thor?
Right, that's true. Yeah, in the 80s.
In the 80s, like
it's a weird pick.
It's a weird
sure.
choice. 2 decades before anybody cares about a Hemsworth.
Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah. I remember as a kid being like, I don't know what Thor is.
Yeah.
I have no idea what this is.
I actually. I don't think I would have been unless I saw it now because I didn't. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I minorly. I mean, like as a kid, I was like, it's probably something they made up for the movie.
Yeah, that means like is that an IMDb? Like, the screenwriter. Like,
we didn't have internet.
Well, I meant now.
Oh, right. Yeah, maybe.
Like, why was Thor ever mentioned in this movie?
You have a pretty, somewhat compelling argument and stuff. Yeah. I watched like the Disney Actually, you know what? I don't remember there being like. I don't remember there being swearing in this when I watched it, but maybe it was I just like missed it. But I did see that they took out certain things because the mouths were moving, and she didn't say. I was like, well, that's not what she said.
Oh, dang! I should have given you the DVD.
Yeah, I figured out what it was. I went back and I was like, what is she saying? And then I was like, oh, okay, I see.
That could have legitimately been in the theatrical release also. That they just shoot it a couple of different ways and then redub it. They did that with Galaxy Quest when Sigourney comes around the corner and goes, what the fuck is this? And they're like, no, you violated it. So they just redub it and don't care that it doesn't match up whatsoever.
Which is weird. Yeah. Yeah, she says, don't fuck with the babysitter.
It's the catchphrase.
She did not say that.
She didn't?
No.
Oh.
And then when...
No, this one is fine. The streaming version.
And Disney. I watched it on Disney Plus, and it did say at the beginning this film has been modified from its original.
Boo.
Yeah,
Boo.
and when she says something to Thor, I figured out what she said, but they took that out because she said he was a weirdo.
Yeah.
So that's I was like, I don't think that's what she said, but and I was like, okay, I kind of like maybe I can see a little bit.
Wait.
I don't know what I kind of guessed what I thought it was, but I was like, maybe it's more derogatory, and that's why they took it out.
There is a conversation, and I've seen this a million times, and I'm trying to remember it, but the boys in it, I think say something about him being queer.
Yes, and I think, and it didn't
like her brother's,
and she kept
her.
calling him weird.
Homo.
That's probably what the word.
Yeah.
That's what it looked like she said, but she said, "My brother says you're a weirdo." But they kept saying weird a lot, and I didn't catch it at first.
Yeah.
I was
It's
like,
God,
not
don't
that.
fuck with the babysitter. That's the tagline of the whole
I'll have
movie.
to like double check, but I do not remember hearing that.
Yeah, it's.
I feel like it was don't mess with the baby.
I think that's what they fixed it to. But like it is in the original.
Oh man,
version.
that's so much better.
Because he's like, don't fuck with
yes.
the Lords of Hell, and she's like, don't fuck.
Oh yeah, definitely didn't. Nope, I'm gonna.
Yeah.
It's 80% the point of the whole movie.
That's what I quoted as a kid, and my mom was like, I'm like,
what?
You're like, it's true.
I'm quoting a strong female character.
You should be proud.
Yeah.
She's proud. She is standing up to gang members in Chicago.
This could happen.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a bit, though, like, I think in the beginning of the movie, too, he's like, that's how he's teasing her.
Yeah.
It's like, because he takes her Thor, like, does he take her skates or something? I don't know.
Yeah.
But, like, that's what he's saying about Thor, and she's like, he's not.
Yeah. Stop with the editing. What did they just do?
What?
Oh, they took, MGM and Amazon took all the posters, I think. I don't know if it was all of them, but the posters from James Bond and took all the guns out off the poster.
I feel like we're
okay.
And then the internet lost their freaking mind, and they're like, no, never mind, and they put them all back.
I just like feel like they're trying to solve.
James Bond.
Yeah, like what are you doing? Like
this isn't going to fix anything.
No, you're really focusing on the wrong things here. Like,
exactly. I think you're taking away the wrong
That's not the stuff that actually,
Perfect.
as we always
You've
say.
solved it all. Just like
Just erase
in
them.
E.T. when they took all the guns out and put walkie-talkies in their hands.
Oh, yeah, and flashlights. Yeah. E.T. is one that...
Spielberg got raked over the coals for that.
Right. Again, like, as a kid, I remember seeing it. I have no fond memory of it.
Of
So,
E.T.?
Like, yeah.
Oh, wow, yeah.
From it just upset you, or that it bored you? Or something else?
I just have no feelings for it. I think... The only memory I have is I was like, E.T.'s weird. Like, I was like, I didn't like the way he looked. And I was like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, didn't care anything about the movie. I know we've seen it. I think my mom took us to the theater to see it. And I was like,
It's been a while since I've seen it, but I do remember liking it as a kid.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it since I was a kid, so
Me
I
neither.
actually...
That's, speaking of when we were talking about watching movies as a kid and see if they hold up as a
Oh,
adult.
yeah.
That's probably a good one
to dip into.
Yeah, I should watch that.
Be like, do I like it now? No.
Yeah.
Do I like it now? No.
Yeah, just because they shook you loose and changed your trajectory doesn't mean that they'll be any good right now.
That's true.
That is true. That is
true.
very true.
Yeah. See, now I want to watch that again. And noted to not watch the streaming version. Because if I saw,
Dang.
like, if that happened, I would just be like, turn off.
Yeah,
put
cancel Disney. Jeez.
Yeah.
Put an original. And I understand it's problematic. And, like, is that cool? No. But like...
You know.
Yeah.
How about the not option
Altering.
of banning books and editing them and
Just
actually
let
have
them be what they are.
a conversation and, parent...
Right.
Have a conversation.
And actually, let's
Have a
look
conversation
at it's the
about
Tom
it.
Sawyer conversation, the Huckleberry Finn conversation.
Yeah.
Let's look at the material, and then it's like
Like,
we're gonna
why is this a
we're
thing?
gonna watch this within the context of when it was made, as
Right.
opposed to like we need to re-edit it. It's like just never try to put on Pulp Fiction on TNT because
It's not going to be the movie that it is.
what are you doing? And
you can't. Now it's not even a movie. It's just
now
like every
it's-
other word. Like
they sound like they're having a medical problem because they've been dubbed so
or
much.
it's all just dubbed. So now it's just like a.
Saying here, I don't know, like as a kid, like watching any movie, like I watched Indiana Jones, I watched like Jurassic Park, I watched all these crazy movies I don't have any like recollection of like being like after watching this being like, oh, I'm gonna get a whip and maybe a whip, but like I'm gonna get some guns and I want to go off and start like it's just like never.
I never watched a Coyote cartoon and wanted to drop an anvil on my dad.
Right, exactly. I'm just like, you just watch it, it's like,
And you're like,
like it doesn't.
It's fantastical. Where you're like,
It's triggering. Shut up. I mean,
yes.
for some people, maybe it is, but let's have your family actually ease you into it, and not like your family that eased into the Indiana Jones franchise by watching Indy 4, and that's it.
Well, but that's what you're saying. Like, people have seen Jurassic World without Jurassic Park. And I'm like, how? What world am I
How do
living
you know
in?
that he's afraid of snakes? As the minor amount. But you think Shia LaBeouf is a natural plug-in into this?
That was such a weird,
That was a weird one.
I haven't seen the most recent one either.
Okay.
Is it
Indy 5.
Yeah.
Out of all the new ones,
Is it?
that one is the closest.
Okay.
Where you're
That's
like,
what felt like from
Yeah.
the trailer. I just never got around to.
Yeah, I do enjoy the last one, even though there are problems.
There are
with
problems.
It.
Yeah.
Like Marion's at the end. Like the scene with Marion at the end is amazing. It's got good stuff in it. There's just some stuff that I still fast forward.
Yeah.
Where I'm like,
Okay.
Yeah.
I saw it the first time.
Yeah.
Like, I know how you
You're
get
like,
from
I
point
know
A
what
to point B.
happens,
I don't need to watch this whole sequence again. But out of all the new ones, I would recommend that one.
Okay. I'll watch it.
Even though the CG de-aging
Of Harrison
getting-
Ford. The whole opening
Yeah.
sequence takes place during World War II.
So
Oh,
they've
wow.
de-aged Harrison Ford for the opening.
Oh.
Because, he's in it.
Yeah.
And, they de-aged him. And the first time we saw it in the theater, like, I've seen worse. And then
Like,
you see
it's
it on,
getting better?
turn it on TV again, like, this looks like a bad PlayStation
Really?
game.
Yeah.
It's pretty.
not-
Yeah. Oof.
I mean, the storyline's good, but like the
It's
actual
pretty-
CG, you're like,
Yeah, you just look at that going, why didn't we make this?
yeah.
That
Like
movie?
in 1989.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Dang.
And like everyone just wants to see him fight Nazis. Like nobody
Yeah.
wants him to go find aliens
I
or
get.
yeah.
Yeah, he's really
Or
good at it.
He
I mean,
is good
Temple
at
of
it.
Doom was okay.
That's my least favorite of the three.
Yeah. Yeah. It used to be my favorite as a kid,
Yeah.
but I think it's because
It's the gross stuff.
it was all the bugs
Oh,
and like
really?
the monkey brains. I like the gross stuff. But like
Yeah.
watching it as a grown up watching it,
Yeah.
that's back to that category. I went, oh no. Like, this is not good.
Yeah.
But I love like the heart, like him like as a kid, like trying to rip the heart out
Yeah,
and stuff. I
yeah, I
was
did-
like, oh,
yeah.
gross and scary.
Cool.
I love that stuff.
Yeah.
Om Nom Shabbat.
But yes, I agree. I would say that's the weakest out of all of them. But again, not Nazis.
Not. Yeah.
Yeah. Where you're like, just do the thing.
Yeah. Do the Nazi thing.
Anyways, we're doing
Witches.
witches. Okay, so I picked this category and like because I just had it. So I went to LA for this.
And it's the season.
Yeah, it's a season. I went to LA and I was at like a women's directors, let's call it a conference. And somebody was talking to me about like how they're writing this story about witches. And I was like, oh, I love witch movies. And I was like, oh, because you can like, it can literally be so many things. Like it can be super dark. It can be really light and fun. Like you get, like think about like Harry Potter or the movie The Witch, or there's another one that was
Scary.
yeah.
I saw that movie. It was scary.
We'll come back
big
to that.
mistake.
Yeah,
Big
or like
We'll come back to
Blair
that.
Witch, or you know,
Yeah.
like it can be like the spectrum. Like it can be super light and fun, or it can be like super dark and scary.
Yeah.
So, and you picked,
I picked Stardust.
which I also love. I couldn't recite this whole one.
Yeah.
But like, it's close.
I honestly like was struggling to because I kept thinking of different witch movies. I was like, oh, Practical Magic could be one, or the Harry Potter,
Yeah.
and I was thinking all this stuff, but I was like, I don't know. And then I just started googling like witch movies to be like,
Yeah.
which one would I? And then that came up. I was like, oh yeah, I was like Stardust. I like totally forgot about that movie.
That's a good
Yeah.
outside pick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I hadn't seen it in a while, and I was like, I remember this being so fun. I own it on, I have a DVD of it and stuff, and now I own it on Apple. But yeah,
Is it because you tried to watch it on DVD and were like, ooh.
Ooh.
I didn't have a way to play the DVD, and
We've
then
moved past.
yeah, and then and also like I had my DVDs are all stored away, so even trying to track it down, but but then I was like looking, it was like. You know, it was like $3.99 to rent or $4.99 to buy. I was like, well,
Right,
obviously I'll
just
just buy it. So,
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch this a lot.
yeah.
It is a comfort movie for me.
Yeah.
Like, cause I watch it a lot, and Adam will come in and be like, "This movie again," and I'm like,
we're in the Stardust again.
Yeah.
"Go away." I'm like, if you don't want to say,
I
if
have
you
a
can't
stomach
say,
ache and it's snowing outside. Go away.
if you can't say anything nice, get out. No, I adore this movie.
Yeah.
It's very, because I mean, when it came out, they promoted it like it's a new Princess Bride.
Yeah,
So-
yeah, it does have that feel a little bit too.
Yeah, it's very fantastical, and like, I mean, it's based off a book, so it's like, you know, it's a fantasy adventure. There's just like one of the main characters is a witch who's chasing the star to cut out her heart to eat it to be young.
Yes. Which is
Classic-
a pretty classic
classic.
witch move.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's like,
So-
I love like the bit with the seven brothers
Yeah.
and they're fighting over to be kings and they have to kill each other.
Yeah.
Which
I know,
is crazy.
and then their ghosts are just all hanging out with
Yeah.
them and stuff. It's got like upon rewatching it, I was like, oh yeah, there's all these different storylines that are happening at the same time, and they all kind of converge in one place. But you get all these like epic moments with each of them all like going after this one thing. And
I don't envy. What's his name? He's done a ton. He directed Kick-Ass and The Kingsman. And all that.
The guy, his name was like Matthew something.
Matthew Vaughn.
Yeah.
I don't envy having to do that. And I think I recall, even when the first time I saw it, like, I enjoyed it, but I think it felt slightly too cluttered because of all that. Like,
a lot.
Take one thread out so everything else can have a little bit more room.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was my only rub on it.
Yeah.
What's that?
I said, I disagree.
Add more.
I love all of it. Because you were like, oh, it's longer than I remembered it being. And I'm like, I wanted it to be longer.
Yeah.
Can I have more of it? I just, like, I love Claire Danes.
Yeah,
and I know,
she's amazing.
Yeah, when that came out, people shit on it because she's not British. Because it's a British story. It's a British author. It's a British director.
I actually remember watching, like, last night being like, I can't remember if she's British or not. Yeah. And I just couldn't tell because there were times I was like, is this a real accent or is this a put-on accent?
Well, which is interesting because that was people's complaint is that her accent wasn't good.
Oh, okay. I just couldn't remember if she was like, because I was like, I don't know. It seems like it could be real.
Seems okay to me.
Yeah.
No, I love her.
That's your rub?
Yeah.
There's a unicorn in this movie.
Right.
So I don't even know why we're talking about the unicorn. Like, done. It's great. The unicorn saves the star, signed to the tree. It is, and then like it's scary because like she's literally like the witch is literally trying to cut her heart out. Like the end is kind of terrifying.
It is.
This movie has everything in it.
Yeah.
It's got flying pirates in the sky.
That's so fun.
I love the flying pirate ship.
Mm-hmm.
Like how we talked about in the previous episodes, like where you can feel the air.
Yeah.
They did I feel like when they're dancing on the deck at night and playing music, like you can feel the cool.
Yeah, no, that's actually really true. Yeah.
I was like, they did a good job at that.
Yeah.
They have weird cameos in there with what's his name?
Ricky
De Niro.
And De Niro. Yeah.
I just love I love everything about this movie. I would go on and on about it.
Yeah.
If you let me.
Rewatching it reminded me like why I liked it when I saw it because I was like, oh, this is like it was like an adventure, and I think in those at that time too, it was like 2007 or something. I was like going off maybe like graduating from high school and wanting to go to college, and I was just like. I knew that I wanted to do stuff in film, but I was going to school to do other...
This is the canvas that awaits.
And I was like, oh, this is so fun. It just feels like this whole thing. You just don't know what what path is going to lead you somewhere. And it just felt like exciting. And, I think the adventure part of it and the love, I was like,
it's got a good story.
Yeah.
And like,
I want to be a star.
I know. I was like, I am not a romantic movie person. Like I don't.
I'm not as much anymore, but I for sure was in this
that realm.
Of my life. Yes.
It's not my bag, but if I watch a good one, I'm like, that's good. Mm-hmm. Like I'm not opposed to them. It's just not what I choose.
Yeah.
But I do love their story. Like I do love that story. It's very sweet. In the end, I cry every time, and I think about it when they light the fake candles and they go into the stars. And I'm like, oh my God, they're together forever in the stars. Which is so like gooberish of me, but I love it. It's so sweet. It's so sweet. But that part's good. I'll stop talking about it. Like I was like, when you're talking, I'm like, and this. And I was like, no.
You can go on. We have a lot of card space. You had mentioned The Witch.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And you didn't like it. I remember back in when it.
I appreciate
Did we see it in the theater?
No, we watched it at home, but I do appreciate it more now in knowing.
In hindsight, because
learning more about it, I appreciate it more.
The director was asked, and there was like a conversation that they were actually poisoned. The family from
like the corn,
a bacteria on their corn. So none of this crazy thing was actually happening.
None of the scary witch happening.
It's just them freaking out because they're,
Puritan
at the level basically of like natural LSD.
Yeah.
So they're all kind of tripping.
That's actually what they said it's happening? Or that's a theory?
That's what the director said at a film festival about The Witch.
Oh, wow.
Which I haven't seen it since I heard that.
Yeah.
And I would like to do a rewatch going, oh, there's a lot. This is way more interesting of a movie with that now that I've heard that.
That's super interesting. It does make me...
And he also said never make a movie with a goat.
I stopped liking goats after that movie.
Yeah.
He's like, they're really hard to work with.
Yeah.
Like, really?
No more
a goat's hard to work with.
Right.
Tell me more that I didn't know already.
Insane animals. Yeah.
Yeah, well, and then we were talking about when we watched From Dusk Till Dawn and Sinners back to back.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sinners is so good.
Yeah. Because we talked about that one of the previous episodes. And one of our friends is over who is also editing, and when she was like, neither of those, because she hadn't seen either of them before.
Yeah, I haven't seen Dusk Till Dawn.
It's one of my favorites. I've seen it a million times. It's got this similar vibe. So
Okay.
like it's like criminal brothers.
Criminality is happening, and then you
run into vampires.
This is now happening.
They kidnap a preacher and his family, and then they run into vampires. So, I do love that movie. But she was like, neither of these movies went where I thought it would. Because I was like, it was interesting to talk to her. But we were talking about the thing I went into LA. The editor from Sinners was there.
Oh,
and he
awesome.
on the panel,
That's
and
cool.
he was saying that the studio wanted him to cut the tearing through the veil scene, the part
The
with
one where they go through all the music.
musicians
To,
and-
the song.
The
Terry.
song.
they wanted to
yeah.
cut it.
Oh.
The studio
the
one.
whole
Why?
sequence.
Because studios ruining movies for 150 years.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's true. That scene is awesome.
But that's the whole reason the devil, or like it calls the vampire.
It's the point of the movie.
That's how it
You've
all
ripped
got.
through the mythical veil, and now they have found you. But anyways, he was like, yeah, they wanted us to cut that, and like
Because that's a song that he sings in the, it's like his music brings.
he does it. That character
Once in a millennia, you
It's
get
literally summons the
Right.
devil. Yeah, yeah, because his music's that good.
Yeah.
and then they're like, no, I'll cut that part.
It's so good in the car when he's like, yeah, play a song, and he picks a little bit and he starts singing.
Yeah.
And Michael B. Jordan just goes, what?
She's like staring at him like, oh my god, this is really good.
Like, oh damn, this is next level.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a great scene. When we talk about scenes that we, I mean, that's gonna get added to my list. Or and it's always a scene where someone reacts like that, where it's just the like it's not what's happening.
It sells the
solely
audience.
the
I mean, you're probably like, oh, that guy has a good voice, but Michael B's reaction,
shows you that. Like,
Hooper's reaction in Jaws when he starts talking. He says he's on the Indianapolis, and Hooper tells the audience this is a big deal. And
or
we always talk about the reaction. Other characters' reaction is worth its weight in gold.
Right. Or the scene from Band of Brothers where he gets shot in the helmet and he's like, stop looking at me. Stop looking at me like that. And he's just like,
yeah, that's pretty good. It's almost it's a cheat code for directors. This is how I'm going to drive the audience.
Yeah. That this is important. But the reason I brought that up was because our friend brought up the point that in Blair Witch, they made him cut the scene. There's a scene where she cuts like a witch doll down. The character cuts the witch doll down from the trees. Yeah. And they cut that. But that makes the witches... That made the witch come after them. That was the catalyst. And they cut that scene. And I was like, oh, well, that kind of makes way more sense. Because that was one I watched a lot,
Because it felt like they just got lost in the woods. I watched... Yeah. Again, that movie is actually making me get scared right now. But I watched it.
Scared. So we were talking about it outside in the dark, cleaning up the movie or the screen. And I was like, I need to go inside.
I'll go a block away and scream.
It still scares me, for sure.
I remember my cousin telling me about that movie and scaring me. And then finally I got brave enough to watch it in the middle of the day. Yeah. And it still scared me. I was like, this is terrifying. And I haven't watched it since because I'm too scared. But I also was like, oh, so they just go to the woods and then they're just getting like...
There was no reason.
I just felt like, oh, this is just happening. That's interesting. Why would you...
it was like, it probably took like 30 seconds out of the movie or something.
Yeah, what value could your notes...
Like, cut that part. Like, what?
There was somebody animated a episode of Scooby-Doo to be exactly like Blair Witch.
Oh yeah! Oh no, they did that. Cartoon
Network did it.
Oh really?
Yeah, they aired it.
Oh my gosh!
And people got upset by it. Like,
Really?
It is like
Because
it's out
like,
there.
Oh my
it
gosh.
ends with like Shaggy like in the corner.
See,
where I'm
you're
like,
freaked out already.
oh my god. He says that all the time. He's like, what if I was just standing in the corner? I'm like, I will kill you if you do that to me.
That stuff is so scary.
Yeah.
Just like this, I'm just like now visualizing that scene where they're just standing in the corner and like, yes, it is. Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, and like,
Scared.
when that came out, that was like a big, the found footage. Like that was the birth of this new genre.
Yeah,
and like we have this conversation a lot, like when we teach or like just in general, like, but like there are moments in cinematic history where like there's a movie that'll come along and like change everything.
Yeah.
So like The Matrix is one of them, and you think about like. Because we're always like, what would that be now? And I'm like, but we can't imagine it because we don't.
You're in it.
We don't know it yet.
Yeah.
But like, you feel like at this point, like I was like, I don't know what anyone would do to
change,
elevate it or change your storytelling. Like, because Fight Club was on this week, and we just dipped in and like watched the end of it, and I'm like, oh yeah, I remember when this came out. Like, I was obsessed with that movie because like like Fincher did this like I think the beginning shot is like him like a Starbucks cup in a trash can, but it's all like this camera's going through the trash can and you're just like, whoa, this is cool. Like now we're using like, I don't know, like there's just different, I don't know what the next thing is where you're just.
That is interesting because I do remember like the found footage thing became a thing, and I think I just remember seeing Paranormal Activity in theaters. And this is like it like really worked on me because when it ended, and I don't remember there even being credits at the end. Like at least in I don't know. If,
I remember whatever happens if there's credits, but like it's stone quiet.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like I like went home that day and I like Googled. I was like, is this real? I was like freaked out that it like literally was found footage, and I was like Googling like I was finally was like, oh, there's a director. Okay, thank God. There's a writer. There's actors in this. Okay, I literally was like actually. I mean, I get scared so easily, but I literally was like, what did I just
my God.
And the famous thing about it was like, oh, they made it for whatever, like 50 grand or something like that, which was minorly correct. Like they did, and then like it started making the circuit, and then Spielberg or Amblin or whoever got a hold of it and were like, okay, we're going to clean it up a little, and then like wrote a check for $1 million
to make it better.
To like run it through Skywalker Sound and not, like, 4 of us did it in like in an afternoon. So they cleaned it up to make it, releasable and all that. But in large part, the 90% of the work was done on the cheap.
Yeah. Crazy.
And you're
it's based on the idea.
And you talk about like thinking it's real. When Blair Witch came out, like 97, 98, they part of their marketing was they released a documentary before the movie came out. And the documentary was
about
people.
They made it seem like it was real. Like these kids went missing, and I was like, "How?"
My gosh!
It was on like Sci-Fi or something.
And like because you brought up the Matrix, like you get this is it.
Yeah.
So all you producers out there, they're slapping your forehead, going, "Oh, this is how we get." Nope. That was it.
Yeah,
that was it.
Can't do that again.
Ever.
Just think of Avengers where he's like, you get one. Like, this is the one.
Yeah, you get one.
And you've used it.
Make notes and then continue on your merry way. Because The Matrix was wonderful at this little new thing called the internet, and that's how we're going to market in much the same way.
Yeah, I mean, when you go back and watch Matrix now, you're like, oh, it doesn't seem like anything because everybody's done it since then. So you're like,
did it to death. Oh, bullet cam? That's not new.
Yeah.
It was new.
It was amazing. You watched it a million times and you're like, this is so cool.
It'll be on TNT. You're like, hang on, cinematic history's about to happen. And it goes by like, all right, what are you saying?
Yeah. But the Blair Witch documentary, like, I remember watching it and being like, I don't ever remember. I mean, granted, it's like the 90s.
Story?
Yeah. Like, I was like, I don't remember this story. And they do this whole thing where they're like, they're still looking for him.
Yeah.
And my parents took me to dinner after that, and I couldn't stop talking about it. And I'm like, I think it's real. Like, I think this really happened. It's really scary. And
your parents like, oh my God.
It was my dad, so he's probably like,
can you just order? Can we go home?
Like, oh my God, she won't stop talking about this thing. And then you see that, like, like, is this movie real or not? Because there wasn't internet at the time, but it was not accessible to us.
Yeah.
So like, there's no way of checking this besides, like, I religiously read Entertainment Weekly, so, like, the second I got that, I'm like, okay, I can read about, like, what this is.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, it's not real.
I feel like because Blair Witch, of course, came out way before these other ones. And I remember knowing that Blair Witch was a movie, even though it was that style. But I think it's because everyone was like talking about it.
Yeah.
And then that's when Paranormal came out. I was like, wait, I haven't heard anything about this.
Oh, those
otherwise
ones
I was
scare
like,
me too.
Yeah.
Oh,
for sure.
I think we talked at one of them about what is our sick movie. And
Like when you don't feel good.
all those paranormals, like I'll just throw that on, like, oh, here's where the dog's fighting him. Cool.
I'll walk through and I'm like,
Dyer's like,
with the
yeah.
sitting there with the flu going,
Yeah.
Microsoft Connect can see the ghost.
that's pretty good. That's a good bit though. Like that's a pretty good bit. There's great stuff in those movies. They did a good job with that stuff. I tend to like go gross when I'm sick.
Really?
I'm like, why do I pick like weird, gross things to watch? And I'm like, But when we were dating, I was at your house and it was like 2 or 3 in the morning and I was sick. So I was like sitting in like the recliner and The Thing was on.
Oh,
which one?
The Thing is
John Carpenter.
John Carpenter.
And I hadn't seen it since
Oh my
I
God.
was young. And I was like, I literally was like, oh, I forgot. Like, because it was just starting. And I'm like, okay, I'll just fall asleep. And I was like, nope, now I'm up till 4 in the
You're like,
morning
I'm in
watching
it.
this.
This is what I'm doing
I
now.
love this.
Thing is good. I was
Yeah.
just talking about that movie the other day.
Yeah.
Have you seen
so good.
the original from the 40s?
The Thing from Another World?
No. I've just seen the one with, I think, is it Kurt Russell's in it?
Yeah.
And then
it's
after that, Mary Elizabeth Winstead
Oh.
is like one that's in like 2006
Oh.
or so like that.
I didn't know there was another
So
one.
yeah, there was another one. It's supposed to be
The prequel?
prequel to John Carpenter's. Like when the dog's running, the dog comes from her camp. The
Yeah.
Norwegian camp, and that's
Which is-
where
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Is
All
it
I want.
good?
it was okay.
It's okay?
I don't remember it.
It's not.
It's not John Carpenter's.
Okay.
Yeah.
The 40s one's not The Thing, but The Thing from Another World. So it's like a whole bunch of Air Force guys like up in the Arctic somewhere, and they find the flying saucer and all that. And there are, I mean, it's short. It does not try to be anything that is not.
Yeah.
It is good.
It
It's
has
worth
got some,
watching.
Okay.
It has some stunts that are just off the chain.
They like
Really?
light them, like the room on fire.
'Cause they're trying to-
literally right
they're
there
trying to
with all
burn-
the actors in it.
my God.
You're
They're
like,
trying to burn the creature, and the real actors are holding, I think, buckets of gasoline to throw at it, and they do.
They're actually just... Oh my
And
God.
yeah, there's like nary a corner of that room that doesn't explode into fire.
Yeah,
Like you
you're like-
almost burned the cast up. That scene is worth the price of admission.
Yeah.
already.
That is wild.
Yeah, it's an interest. It's a.
Okay, I'll have
it's
to
worth
check that one
watching.
out.
I remember my dad really liking The Thing from Another World as well. He kinda-
Anytime it's on, we do watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is a rewatch for sure. And then, so, okay. See, this is what happens is we just divert around. The movie we watched, which movie was Practical Magic,
Oh,
which you brought up.
Yeah.
And that's one that I saw when it came out and remember really liking it.
Yeah.
And this also would fall under the strong female.
Yeah.
Very much. I saw it
This first
just
time,
now.
your
this,
first time
just
watching
this
it.
Oh,
week.
wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it is very entertaining. I mean, it's
Yeah.
2 actresses that can chew the scenery up very easily, but pretty dated in its filmmaking.
It's very
Yeah.
90s.
Styles.
Yeah.
And it also, and we talked about this, that it just feels hacked up. Like it came from a book, and they're just like trying to combine things, and
Yeah.
like things miss. So like, wait a minute, we got to scene 4.5, but we missed 4. We went
Right,
3
yeah.
to 4.
It
What
still
happened there?
works. I mean,
Yeah.
like, here's the thing with Practical Magic. You can feel that. You can sense
Yeah.
that there are things that are missing.
Yeah.
But it also still makes sense. So you're not going
Yeah,
like,
it's a
wait, how did...
It's a coherent
Yeah.
story, but it feels like
doesn't have a flow.
What happened
like it's
here?
because they've cut that. And he looked it up afterwards, and the original cut was very dark. And like the
Oh.
studio was like, nope. You're going to cut that and make it
yeah, like the
lighter.
physical abuse from the boyfriend was
okay.
worse,
More,
and
and
Yeah.
the possession was more.
like
Okay.
it was ratcheted up a bit, and I
Yeah.
think they went a little bit more 90s.
Like family friendly.
Yeah, like
yeah.
romantic.
Adjacent,
Yeah,
yeah,
like
yeah.
because I mean, there's the
Like-
romantic story in there.
Like I think they're like going for like, woo, it's something to watch with a glass of wine, as opposed to sort of being like this crazy, intense witchcraft type movie
Yeah.
thing.
It feels like it's a Sandra Bullock movie. You cannot make this dark. Like it needs to feel
Oh,
light
yeah.
and happy, and you're like, okay, which everybody, yeah.
Do you think do you think it would have been better if it had gone darker?
I would love to see that
Yeah.
version.
Yeah,
'Cause
that cut floats around somewhere that
Yeah.
people have said, but
I would
we'll
love
never
to see it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd like it better or not. But because I do like that movie.
I mean, it's messed up stuff in there, like the ants.
That's why you can feel that it could be dark.
Yeah, the ants tricking her into liking the first guy.
they
And
make
she
her
has
love
a life with
yeah.
him until he dies, and there's some messed up things that people do to each other.
Yeah, and that was breezed over. She's they're like, oh, our spell worked, and she's like, what? And then she's like, oh, but you really fell in love with him, so it's fine. And then they just move on.
Like, okay,
let's move back to
Hang
that
on
where
a
you
second, when you magically drugged me.
Yeah. Like, oh boy. But like the scene with like so Sandra Bullock has these two little kids and these two girls, and they like are running down the stairs, and they're like, oh my god, Aunt so and so is whatever, and they go up, and she is like being like exorcist possessed, but it cuts, like you can very clearly feel like that was more of a scene, because it like doesn't, like it's just the end of her like falling back from it. Because I'm like, well, I kind of might really want to see like show me a little bit more of that.
See which way they go with the reboot. Not reboot, but
the
sequel that they're
which would be
they're shooting allegedly right now. That are they going to keep it soft and friendly, or are they going to go hard with it?
Right,
but harder.
Yeah, all the women in it are great. Diane Wiest, Stockard Channing, Nicole Kidman, and then Sandra Bullock.
Yeah,
I'm like, everybody in that was amazing.
So good.
And it's a movie that I watch where I'm like, I just want to live in their house.
Yeah, right?
Like, I was like, how do you have this beautiful house? I just want to stay there.
Movies.
Yeah.
And
what do you all do for a living?
Right.
You have a soap store?
Well, that was one of my favorite parts about,
stuff.
when you talk about, like, people talk about witches, is that, like, he's, like, the police officer who shows up from Nevada to...
Doesn't matter.
It's such a stupid plot line. That he says something about her being a witch. She's like, well, I make soaps.
Yeah.
So she's like, that's my witchcraft. And she's like, my aunts do like love potions.
Yeah.
You know? Like, she's like, everyone in town's like making all this stuff up about her. And, like,
but everything she says is true, because that was part of the plot line, that she couldn't lie to him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, I need to rewatch it. It's been some time.
It's worth it.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, oh, like, I wonder, minorly because I wanted to watch it, because I was like, I remember really liking it. Do I still like it?
Yeah.
I love the ending. And which I knew you would love, when she gets out the phone tree, because they're like,
that's a good one.
We need more. They're like, we need a coven. So they're like, so they just start going through like the school phone tree and calling all the women from town to come over and be like, bring them around.
All the people that were just wretched to them. Which
right.
is, it's a fun novel lesson of
right. It's like, this
people
is how
are treating you like crap. Why don't you invite them over? And that's probably why they're treating you like crap.
Yeah.
Right.
Crap.
Like, invite them into your world.
They
and
want
then
to
they're
be
like,
you.
yeah. Right. Because one of them was like, literally, I've always wanted to be in your house. Like, so.
Well, come on over here. Bitch says what? What?
Which, I mean, like, it's dated. Like, because you're done. You're like, that was a 90s movie for sure. But I highly enjoy it. And, I think I forgot a lot about it, too. Because we were watching it, and I was like, he's like, I thought you've seen this before. And I'm like, I have.
Right.
You're going, what? I'm like, wait a minute.
I was like, I have a memory. Like, I was like, I think they cast a spell on her. And then it comes up later. I was like,
Like, oh, there it is. Yep.
Yeah, they did. Because it's like just this scene out of nowhere where she just gets up and like runs to him. So I'm like, and like Diane Wiest says some line. Like,
Diane Wiest
it's
awesome.
Working. She's amazing. She's very good.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to watch it tonight, I think. I'm excited.
I just want to watch The Birdcage, because Diane Wiest is awesome in that.
Yeah.
And we just rewatched that recently.
Oh, really?
Have you seen The Birdcage?
I have,
Yeah. That one's fun too.
I always show that in class for the opening shot.
Oh,
where it goes from the helicopter over the ocean to the crane to a Steadicam to another Steadicam. Plus, it's got a great song over the good opening credit sequence.
Yeah. Did you watch anything else this week?
No.
Besides your own cut.
Yeah, that's
times.
all I'm mostly been doing.
Yeah,
I actually
like,
hadn't even watched that. I only watched it for the first time in full, like, yesterday.
Yeah.
And because every time I try to start it, I immediately like, I'll go back and change this. So I hadn't actually gotten all the way through, which is why I didn't realize.
That's the trouble with it. I mean, I do the same where I'm like, but just watch the thing.
Yeah.
When you're cutting,
write your notes.
If you're in the middle of a project cutting something, and then you like that evening take a break and go watch like something with like really quick dialogue. Then you jump back into your cut and like, oh, that'd be awesome, and start recutting scenes after you get inspired by something else.
What did I see? Hold on. There is a movie that I watched or was it a TV? Oh, it was a TV show I was watching, and I was this whole scene. It was like between these two friends, and they mostly stayed on the one character the whole time. And I was like, because I was like, oh, that, like, it just reminds me that is okay to like have those moments. Like, it doesn't need every time someone talks, you don't have to go back.
Yep.
It doesn't have to be a ping pong.
Yeah,
that's what I always struggle with too.
Start challenging.
He shakes me out of that.
And I think it's just fresh eyes coming in.
Yeah.
Going, this is when they say that thing. I think you want to see their eyes to do that. First passes are first passes. That's exactly what they are.
And it's hard because like I just like, I don't know. I feel, and I think I mentioned to you guys, I'm just in this moment now where I'm like, oh, this thing is so bad. I can't believe I just thought this script was worth me. You know, like that's, but it's like not.
You
but
only
I feel
feel
like
that
I'm too
6 or 8 more times.
Yeah, and I just like, I don't know, because I think, it's just like, you're seeing it come together, and of course you're seeing it without like audio mix, without music, without it's not, it's going to be, every pass should get better and better and better, so I'm just trying to keep that in mind. Yeah. And I think it's pretty solid, but I just, there's just like stuff where I'm like, I'm just like in it. I'm in too deep right now. Is what's happening. Where I'm just like, I've heard the scenes so many times that they don't even resonate with me anymore. Yeah. Like nothing is like resonating with me because I just know every single thing. So people who have not seen any of it or heard any of it, it'd probably be like beneficial for them to get eyes on it.
Yeah.
I'm too in.
Yes.
Especially, and I'm too much of a coward. You're brave to do a comedy. That's way
Comedies
harder than anything else.
For sure.
For any of the timing. I remember super inside baseball because the two of us worked on the project. Let's talk. Excuse us. Because I remember being on set and filming it, and the beats of the comedic moments were working between the two actresses. Yeah. Even live, but even when I was there, I'm like, live is not watching on a TV.
True. No, it's true. It's true.
It could work live, and it might need help within the pacing of it. It's I don't envy trying to your task and trying to put that together, but also fuck them all. It's like just cut your movie, and you can't make everybody think that a beat is funny. So.
Right, and I'm trying to like remind myself of that too, and I think like there are definitely like jokes in there. But I actually was like, oh yeah, most of this is like pretty serious in a lot of ways. But
and in that your first opening scene, which is kind of thrown out there, nobody, your lead is not acting like Jim Carrey or something. Like she is very grounded. She's not, but she plays super Gen X. Through going through these different beats after having sort of a horrible thing happened to her in her life. So I think all the, people in fish costumes and kind of the wackiness is going on. She's got a great, she doesn't break the fourth wall, but
you can tell
I could see it happen in this movie, like of the side eye to camera, like, you believe this? Yeah.
But I'll definitely be interested to see what both of you actually have to say about it.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it because I don't really know that much about it. Yeah. I just realized that we didn't talk about the strong female movie that I picked.
Oh, sorry.
And this is a weird one for me, and Steel Magnolias.
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen this one?
You know what? Like, that's one of those movies that I feel like I have seen, but I actually don't think I've seen it. I think I've seen like pictures of it.
I think it's
and like clips,
but
not.
It permeates cinema so much.
Yeah.
And it has so many references, but I've never seen it either.
Yeah. Okay.
I still haven't. I didn't watch it this time either.
Adam's
I still haven't watched
no.
it. I'm like, I'm not feeling the mood for watching that.
So there are a few reasons I picked this, but the first one, which is not in this movie, was there is the scene from cinema history of
with Shirley MacLaine
running around a hospital yelling at the doctors to give him a shot. And I was like, that's this movie, because Julia Roberts' character is diabetic and like she's in I knew that happened in this movie. So I'm like, that's this movie.
Yeah.
go through the whole movie. I'm like, that scene wasn't in here.
Oh my gosh.
That's terms
funny.
of endearment.
And he goes, that's Terms of Endearment.
Oh
when
my
I was
gosh.
10. I was
Totally
like,
different movie.
well, that's the movie I was intending to watch.
That's what you thought you were about
Yeah.
to start watching.
Won an Academy Award for Terms of Endearment. I don't think in this
So now
one.
I have to watch Terms of Endearment.
Okay.
But I also have a good friend who like loves this movie and was
Yeah.
like, "You've never seen it, you must watch it."
So that was your first time seeing that too?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And
Better.
okay, so like super 80s.
Yes.
Like it looks
so
like a
many
port.
ways.
Like yeah, the cover of this is terrible. But it perfectly sums up what this movie is.
Yeah.
Like I was like, this movie is that cover. And it has Dolly Parton in it, who I love, and I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah.
okay, like watch
All
her.
praise Dolly.
Every actress in this is amazing.
Yeah.
The first, let's say half hour, there's this whole wedding sequence for Julia Roberts. And it's so pink and so 80s. And it's like everything
Not The Godfather.
I hate. Yeah, everything I hate.
Yeah.
And I was like, for the first part of this movie, I'm just like, I hate everybody in this. Like, all the characters are terrible. I still maintain I do not like any of the characters. Well, I shouldn't say that. I do not like the characters.
Is it one of those where they're all kind of bad, like, bad people? Or
They're just not like, it's so 80s.
Yeah.
So, like, this is like, it was a play, and then it was rewritten by this playwright into a movie.
Okay.
So there's scenes that very play-like, where you're like, because a lot of it's centered around a salon. Like,
Okay.
Dolly Parton owns a hair salon, and Daryl Hannah works for her, and then all these women come
Okay.
all at the same time together all the
Yeah.
time and get their hair done. And it takes place over the course of a couple years. But, like, the beginning, they're just, like, gossipy, and, like, Julia Roberts is like, I'm just so excited to, like, she doesn't, like, there's a bit where she's like, I don't think, like, I don't get this either, because it doesn't play right. Like, she's like, I don't know if I want to get married, or whatever. It's on the wedding day. And, like, she has a scene with Dylan McDermott.
Yeah.
I think that's the actor, I can't remember. I think that's him. Before that, where he sneaks into the house, and she's like, you can't see me on the wedding day, or whatever, and he's like, you still want to marry? Or like, are we still doing this? Like, what's happening?
Yeah.
But, like, I think it's supposed to be more playful, but
Like,
it comes
fun.
across as, like, what?
Challenging.
Like,
Yeah, where you're
ugh,
like, wait,
yeah.
what happened? Like, what happened between you? And, like, is this, like, are we supposed to be on the edge of our seats if this is going to happen?
Right.
But I think it's supposed to be playful.
Okay.
So, anyways, but, like, so she's talking about that, and she's like, oh, and then, like, it's just, like, all this stuff that I don't care about. Like, it's very clearly these women are written in a way that they're like of that time, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Where you're
Of
like,
the 80s.
Of the
Or
80s, or
whatever
like
it was.
this is how like it's very Southern, and like she's like,
Yeah.
oh, I want to have babies, and I want the, like it's all like this very like traditional, like the things I hated about the 80s. It's all encapsulated in this,
Yeah.
and I was like, why am I watching
You're
this?
a woman, that's your role.
Yeah, I was like,
Get married and have babies.
But like the story is that the basic story is Julia Roberts gets married, and Sally Fields is Julia Roberts' mom.
Okay.
Super overbearing because Julia Roberts has diabetes, and so she's always like, oh my god, like did you do that? Like trying to be very protective. Julia Roberts hates it. Gets married, and Sally Fields like the doctor told her she can't have babies, and everybody's like, oh no, and it all go like. The movie moves along, and then Julia Roberts is like, I'm pregnant. And, like, her friends are like, oh, my God, it's a miracle. They
Yeah.
said she couldn't have it. And they're like, no, they said she shouldn't. So Sally Fields is, like, just upset and distraught. And, like, and that scene is when I turned. Because, like, it's Christmas. Like, now they're at Christmas, and Sally Fields, like, in the corner. And all her friends are like, this cast is all like, why are you sad? You're, like, this is really good news. And she's like, no, it's not. Like, and they're all like, it's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
And it's just this like really well done scene of Friends.
Yeah.
Where you're like, and you buy it. Where you're like,
Yeah.
my friend said it's fine. It's fine. And then I was like, okay, I like them.
Yeah.
Like and then like the characters get better for me, and it's still like,
Then it's not.
it's not fine. Well, no,
It's
because
not
that's
fine.
the bit is that like they go through and she has the baby, and it's a year later, and like she needs a kidney transplant, and Sally Field gives her one of her kidneys, and then she's fine again, and then she's not.
Oh, geez.
And then
Is it because of her being diabetic? That's why they were like, we shouldn't have any kids?
yeah,
Oh, okay.
like her body, like
Just
too much
can't
stress on her
handle
body.
it.
Yeah.
Like it
you
just
won't make it.
it
Yeah.
just kills her body to do it. So like, but she insists on
Doing
doing
it.
that because
Okay.
she's like, there's a line where she's like, if I could have 30 minutes of complete happiness or a lifetime of nothing. Like, I'm doing this, and like, so you're like, oh,
fair enough.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's got good layers to it. It's super dated. Like, you watch it and you're like, oh my god, this is so dated. I love Dolly Parton. Yeah. She's awesome. Shirley MacLaine, I think, is my favorite character, even though she's like the mean one. Right. But like, she has like a line where they're like, you're crazy. She's like, I'm not crazy. I've been angry for 40 years. Like, I don't, like, it's very, because you're like, oh my god, these women. But like, you get to the end and like, spoiler, Julia Roberts doesn't make it. And they're having this funeral scene together. And like, the beats and moments they have together are so sweet. Like,
they're friends. Like, you see the love.
Because there's like connection. The scene, if you like, they always play it where it's like Sally Fields is going to Sally Field. Like, they're at the cemetery, and she's just buried her daughter, and her friends are like, oh, you know, like, oh god, and she's just like, I'm just, you know, just loses her shit.
Like ugly crying.
Like she does all the stages of grief. If you've ever. When you've grieved and lost somebody that you love, like, I was like, yes, that. Like, it's like this instantaneous change where she's yelling and then she's sad and she's this and it's everything, like, like right after the other. And she gets to the point, she's like, I just want to punch somebody. I just want to hit somebody. And, like, I can't remember what this actress's name is. That's the one that I forget.
Olympia Dukakis.
Yeah. She grabs Shirley MacLaine. She's like, punch her! And, like, and she's like, what? She's like, punch her! And it just becomes this thing. And it's like, and then Sally Fields starts laughing. Everybody's laughing. And, like, Shirley MacLaine's like, I hate you. And, like, gets mad and, like, walks. Because, like, that's their bit. It's like, because she's such a grouch, like, they kind of pick on her. And, like, so they get to after the reception, or whatever you call the thing, the wake. And Olympia Dukakis comes over to Shirley MacLaine. She's like, I was just trying to make her feel better, and like, she's like, I know, and like, she like pushes her off the bench, and then like Olivia, I think she tugs like her her hair here, and I was like, and like that's how they make up, and I was like, I really like those. Yeah,
because that's like real. That actually
that's like a real friend moment where you're like, you're not gonna be like, oh, I'm really sorry. And you go, I'm sorry. It's like this, like, I pushed you off the bench and I feel better.
There.
Yeah.
We were done.
I mean, like, by the time I got to the end, I was like, okay, like, I like it better.
Yeah.
But I was trying to tell him about it when I was done. He's like, I don't want to hear anything about this movie. Like, you shut me down. You're like, I don't.
And you proceeded to do it anyway.
I had to talk to somebody about it. Like, this is why we watch movies together, so that we can talk about it. Because I'm like, I can't hold on to this.
Yeah.
I guess I
gotta get out of your body. You know, you gotta
call somebody else. Who I called my friend who told me to watch it.
Call Amy.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I was like, she would like this movie. It was like this.
You could tell, yeah.
Yeah, when it started, I'm like, but it got good.
Get her on the phone.
It did get better. There's a lot of, I could talk about it for a long time because I have a lot of notes, but that's what I picked for my strong female characters, because I figured this is like a classic film that everybody talks about, and I was like, feels like it's going to be strong women, and then I was like, I don't like any of them. But then I was like, they all are very strong. Yeah. Like, none of these characters are, like, they are very bold. Yeah. Daryl Hannah Starks is not, but then she, like, they get a hold of her, and now then she does. But, like, you cannot say that they're not strong women.
Yeah.
I forgot she was in that.
But then we also watched, this is not on the list of things to do, but Prince of Darkness, which is also a John Carpenter.
Oh, I've never seen that.
I was not aware of this movie for some reason. Our former intern recommended it to us.
Okay.
And he's like, have you seen this? And he's like, I wrote a paper on it. Oh. So we're like, okay. And so we watched it, and Adam's like, I need to talk to him about this.
Yeah, it is post the thing.
Yeah. Okay. And then our friends who were over last week were like, saw it, and they're like, oh my god, I love this. This is like my second favorite of his.
It was after Big Trouble in Little China also.
I love Big Trouble in Little China.
And there were a few of the actors from it that part of the John Carpenter stock company.
It was an interesting, it's a good concept, and I started to fall asleep a little in the middle, so... But that's just, like, that's just me now.
Scary movie, or is it like
it is.
Okay.
It's like it's Prince of Darkness, which refers to Satan.
Yeah.
And it all transpires in an abandoned church in some city. Doesn't matter.
Okay. Yeah. I think it's LA.
And in the basement or somewhere, they found like this big cylinder of glowing green or whatever, and they get a bunch of physics students to come from a university to come and study it, and then it turns into mayhem overnight as they're all
because the devil's like getting released and like
Right.
possessing people outside, so it's kind of like they're minorly like zombie outside, but like so if somebody tries to leave, like they kill the person who left. Like they're trapping them in there to release the devil essentially. So like because they want them to release
with the
like,
and everything is sort of related on and must have been in the news, so they were dabbling in it. It's all related on a quantum physics level of two particles can be the opposites of each other. So I'd have to watch it again.
Yeah.
Maybe. That if there is a devil, or if there's a devil, then there's an anti-devil or a god. And somehow they all related it to dimensionality and aliens. That Jesus was an alien that came to Earth to help fight the anti-Jesus, or the Prince of Darkness.
Yeah.
So that's where the whole movie comes from, and then they kind of come at it from more of a metaphysical and science background rather than reciting books.
Okay,
that sort of thing.
Interesting.
It's an interesting concept, and I did like it. There's I feel like the cast might be slightly too big, and that's why
it gets lost.
It gets lost a little, and like you're like, because each of them like start getting possessed or whatever.
Too many times.
Where you're like, okay, like this guy's still doing this.
Yeah, we gotta go through 8 minutes of this.
Okay. I think it's like that's a little too much, but it gets like it has the gross like thing kind of effect. Like there's a gal who's like her skin's all like getting gross and falling off. Yeah.
People are getting possessed by getting like shotgun vomited at.
Yeah, it's a weird bit where they like spit like it's like a spritz of water or whatever into somebody else's mouth, and then like that's how
that one is like 5 minutes. So that's like the bit like, she got it. It's like, all right, we'll go through this of her going.
It's kind of like the dinosaur that spits.
The Dilophosaurus.
Yeah.
Like, press your face
spitting each other with it. And they're like, now you're possessed.
So wait, the town the town wanted them to come.
It's so like I think it's just that
or the priest.
The priest of the place somehow knew this university, and that this guy dabbled in like historic quantum mechanics, and might have a beat on the connection of science, and it's.
So it wasn't like a trick or anything.
No.
Okay. That's what I was trying to figure out.
It's minorly like the priest called up a precursor to kind of the John Carpenter version of Ghostbusters.
Right.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they're like, hey, you want to come check this out? And they're like, okay, we'll do that for them.
So they show up with a whole bunch of science equipment and all that, going, these readings can't be right.
Yeah.
Scenes like that.
Yeah.
They're like, what is happening here? And you're like, it's all these weird, like, creepy things.
Yeah.
And I'm not really, I think it's just the presence of, like, that the devil is, like, getting released, and, like, that's why it's, like, all the people outside aren't, like, followers. They're just normal people. But I think they're just in the vicinity that, like, they get, like, now they're, like, become possessed.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I spaced out, like, somehow, like, a mirror is the way to pull the devil through, and then I read, like, how they did the mirror gag, which... they took the movie Crane, which has a lot of mercury in it as a counterbalance, because mercury's a really dense liquid. So, it's a great way to counterbalance if it's going to go one way or the other. And they drained it of the mercury and put it into something, which of course is an enormously toxic substance. So then they didn't do it with a real actor's hand, but like the scene
I was about to say, like, oh god.
The scene is like the actor is supposed to be reaching into the mirror on the wall. So then they turned it on its side and had a bucket of mercury, I think, and then had a fake hand reaching into the mercury to look like that, which looks really cool. Well, but no.
When you said that, I was like,
the unions were absolutely, no, time out. You are not allowed to do this. OSHA is going to shut the movie down, but, it's a John Carpenter horror movies in some small section of LA, so.
No one knew what they were doing.
Yeah, put the mercury back in the dolly.
Yeah.
That's a weird thing to say.
Yeah.
Like that you can just extract it out of that and then put it back.
I mean, you can do anything. You're just not supposed to.
Why does the dolly have mercury in it?
I don't think it was the dolly. It was
the crane?
It was the crane counterbalance to it. And I remember that was in it when I read that. I'm like, oh, right, they did used to have that on there. Not just sliding counterbalance weights.
Weird.
Yeah, where are we going to get a shit ton of mercury?
Well,
Pan
like-
over. That thing right there.
Ooh,
Okay,
man, movies.
Can you just
wild.
can you just buy mercury? You just get like a
Probably
gallon
not.
of
Send
That's
a
why
PA
this-
out like,
this
hey,
was-
go find some mercury. You put on your card, we'll reimburse you.
Yeah. Fill a big
run?
jug with a
Yeah.
seatbelt on it. There's a problem with the
I think he's sick.
PA. Or has superpowers.
Yeah.
No, he's sick.
No, we killed him. Oops.
Anyway.
All right. Well, that was that's it for Movie Club for this week because
Yay.
that's all we
Woo.
watched.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah, thanks
Yes.
for having me. It's
Thanks
fun.
for being our guest.
Yeah.
And thank you to all our movie nerds who listen to this. And we will see you next week with, again, I never know what we're doing the next week. So we'll see what happens.